What's up, Rob Mob? Got another video coming at you. It is Lesson 7, Unit 1A. All right, Khalees and David go for a 10-mile run. They start their run at the same time, but they run at different constant speeds. After 1 hour, David was 1 mile behind Khalees. David finished the run in 2.5 hours. At what speed was Kelly running, and how much earlier did she finish the run than David? All right, there are a couple different ways to go through this problem. So, the first way, we understand that we are looking for not only how fast Khalees was running, but also how much quicker she was than David. Now, you might be able to identify that we do not have enough information to know how fast Khalees was running without understanding how fast David was running. So we know that David finished in about 2.5 hours. So he finished the full 10 miles in about 2.5 hours. So I'm going to create a ratio table for David. Here I'm going to put number of miles, and here I'm going to put time in hours. So what do we know? We know that 10 miles were completed in 2.5 hours, right? So this is a simple conversion. We're looking for how much he's able to run in 1 hour. So we could divide both sides by 2.5. 2.5 divided by 2.5, that'll give us 1 hour, and then 10 divided by 2.5 will give us 4. So we're going to call this 4 mph, miles per hour. That is how fast David is running. So what else do we know? After 1 hour, David was 1 mile behind Khalees. So we know that David was a mile behind Khalees after the first hour of running. So how many miles did David run in 1 hour? We know that in 1 hour, David runs 4 miles, right? And Khalees runs that same 4 miles plus an additional mile because she is a mile ahead. So she is running 5 miles in that first hour, which means that if you are doing it by miles per 1 hour, mph, she is running at 5 mph, 5 miles per hour. So now the second part of the question is asking, how much earlier did she finish the run than David? So we know that David completed his run in 2.5 hours, right? So let's do another ratio table, this time for, not A, for Khalees, K. We're going to do the same thing, number of miles, and then time in H, in hours. So now we know her ratio is 5 miles are completed in 1 hour. We are trying to see how long it's going to take to complete the full 10-mile trek. So, very simply, just multiply by 2, number of miles on this side, by 2 to get to 10. Do the same thing on the other side to get to 2. So we know Khalees finished 10 miles in 2 hours. So, to complete the problem, if David finished in 2.5 hours, Khalees finished in 2 hours, you know she finished 0.5 hours quicker, which we all know is 30 minutes. So, to complete our problem, Khalees ran at a speed of, we know right here, 5 miles an hour. And we know that she completed half of an hours before David.